Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I would do another plan with me, but this time I'm going to do a voiceover just because last time I found it really hard to write and plan at the same time. I might try it again in the future, but I thought maybe it would just be easier if I did a little voiceover. So if you guys have seen my last video, you probably saw that I set up a Hobonichi Weeks or fauxbonichi Weeks, one that I got from AliExpress just because I didn't want to spend the money getting it, another like proper Hobonichi Weeks. It's not as easy to get in where I am in Canada. So anyways, I ordered that from AliExpress. I think I had it a while ago. And so I've been pre-planning in that. And then I created this little booklet based on inserts. And it's just the inserts from my shop. Sorry, and I'll link that below. But basically, it's the same size as the Hobonichi Weeks memo notes, or note memo pad, or you know what I'm talking about, those little thin booklets. So it's the same size as that. And I just created some weekly inserts so that I can do my final planning or whatever you call it, like the actual plans, like the week that I do the week before. I'm showing you my favorite Tombow. It's 942. It's this beigey color you'll see on my Instagram if you follow me there. Anyways, sorry, I digress. So I created this little booklet to do the final planning because I just wanted to have everything on the go, because right now I'm in the middle of renovations. I'm always running around. So I just find I just want to have my final plans with me. And the other thing was I was doing it in my ring planner, but I just get rid of my ring inserts. I'm really not good at archiving them, and I just feel like I'm more likely to archive a little booklet than random inserts. I know you can put it together with those little single rings, or put it in an old binder or something, but I never do that. So anyway, so I thought maybe a book style would be better, because I get the best of both worlds, right? I get to try different inserts because I inevitably will be bored, so I still get to switch it out. But at the same time, I'll have it booklet style because I've just printed them and stapled them together. Anyway, so I'm going to try this for this month. That's my little June notebook, or at least the last couple weeks of June. And I'm going to try this out so that next week, I can try something else. And who knows, a week from now, I might be in a different planner size. You know how we are. Yeah, so this week I don't have that much going on. So what I do first is I always just, highlight the days, I put in the dates, pretty basic. And then I go in and I check what I have pre-planned. So typically I need a pre-planned weekly. So I like dated weeklies. That fauxbonichi that I have, it's undated, but I had already gone in and added all the dates for the rest of the year, because I find I know some people pre-plan on monthlies, but I just can't do it, because I just find if I need to do tasks, or sometimes you just need to write a little bit more than a couple sentences for an event. And if I do tasks, the monthlies just aren't big enough. And then you could also do the list style, where you write the tasks in a list beside that month. But then the problem is that I want some of the tasks on a specific day. I don't know. I guess you could write the actual date beside it, but I just find it's much easier on a dated weekly. So I definitely gravitate towards the dated weeklies. So what I'm just doing here is I'm just adding the standard stuff that happens each week. So, I try to do my workouts 3 times a week. I'm doing BBG right now. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. Anyway, so I do that 3 times a week, or I try to at least. And then I'll add in kind of the stuff that I've pre-planned, like I said, as well. I usually try to add in the meals that I have planned. So I pre-plan my meals for the week. I will link how I do my pre-planning, my system. Sorry, not my pre-planning, my menu planning for my meals in the cards above or below. And yeah, so now what I've been doing is, instead of doing it on a specific day, because sometimes you have leftovers or sometimes you decide you don't feel like you want that specific meal that day, is I've been writing kind of the meals that I want to have that week so that I know what I need for my groceries. So I wrote those down in the this week section, and that way I can kind of pick from those meals like the night before and also know that I have the groceries for that. Yeah, and then so the next thing that I'm going in and doing is just now writing in some of the plans. I'm kind of going back and forth. This is the problem with doing voiceovers. Like, this is like a week later, is that I can't really remember what I was writing, so I'm trying to read it while watching my video playback. Anyways, next week, and next time I do a plan with me, I'm gonna try to do it at the same time. So I add in a few dot stickers. I'm really not a decorative planner, as you guys probably know. I'm very much a functional planner, but I try to make it pretty here and there with a little bit of, Tombow and a few dot stickers. But it never ever turns out as nice as, what I see on Instagram and what a lot of you guys are able to do. Oh, and these dot stickers that I'm using is just from AliExpress, and I will link those below as well. You can find these dot stickers, I'm pretty sure, on Amazon. Definitely probably for you guys who are in the US. You guys have these, but I don't know if I'm in Canada, so I get them from AliExpress, but I'll link them in the comments below. And this Sunday is Father's Day, so I've been trying to figure out, some little plans for my hubby, even though we're not in lockdown. Things are starting to open up where we are, but very, very slowly. So a lot of the things that, you'd like to do, like in any kind of like indoor activities, they're still all closed. So I'm just trying to figure out something to do. So what I decided on, I think, is going to, some farms. So they have like these kid-friendly, family-run farms. So I think that's what we'll do on Father's Day. So I'm just noting that down. And what else and one of the videos that'll probably come out soon, I probably showed you guys on Instagram, is related to the dot stickers. I do have a video on how to make those dot stickers, by the way, if you guys are interested. Again, I'll link it in the cards or below. Is that I'm doing, I'm going to show you guys how to do icon stickers as well. That reminded me, looking at the stickers and talking about stickers. I'm all over the place here. So if you guys have seen on Instagram, I think I showed you guys how I do the icon stickers, which is really similar to those the dot sticker tutorial, but I asked you guys, and you guys said you wanted a separate tutorial on the icon stickers, so I can definitely do that for you guys. And if you're not following me on Instagram, come check it out, because I do post on my stories a little bit there, and I definitely check in a little bit more than here and kind of ask you guys what you guys want to see and whatnot. So now I'm done with adding the pre-plans, and what I do is then I'll go and I'll take a quick look at what I did in the previous week. So the previous week I was in my FC Compact still. Like I mentioned earlier, this is my first week switching over to this little notebook. And so I just checked the previous week just to see what I didn't get done. And then I'll add it to my next week. So for those of you guys who had watched like one of my previous videos, I think it was 2 videos back where I talked about, the GTD system, getting things done and how I've implemented it. They talk about like the weekly reviews, and this is really part of my weekly reviews. I just look at what I did in the previous week, anything that's open, and then I go through my GTD section. So again, I'll link those below, and I'll link the GTD video that I did in the cards. But what I'm doing here is I'll go through, my inbox, my next actions, and just see what I have actually completed. I check off what I've completed. And then as well, I'll kind of add things that I see here if it's applicable for the coming week. And this to me is really what, a weekly review is. Sometimes I find that the book, or like other times that I've looked into the weekly review, it makes it sound like this big, task and this big thing that you have to do, and it just like kind of sounds scary and makes me not want to do it. But really, it's just planning for the next week. If you get into the nitty-gritty, really it's just call it planning for the next week. And to me, that sounds a lot less scary than like, oh my god, a big weekly review. I don't know if you guys feel that way, if it's just me, but that always got me. So let me know in the comments below if you ever have issues with that. So I'm just going through, double checking everything that I've done. So you'll see that I've ticked off the things that I've done. So I do come in here into these inserts and check things on a, sometimes daily, sometimes every other day, but depends on the day. If I have a busy day or a busy few days during that week, I won't necessarily come into these items because I know the tasks that I need to get done immediately that week or that day is already on the week that I've planned, right? And so it's only like if I have extra time in a day that I'll come into these inserts and I will just double check, is there anything that I've already done, or can I add something because I'm having a slow day and I have a little bit of time. Recent weeks, I have been kind of sticking more to the weekly, and sometimes it can be every 3 days just because like our renos are really picking up. So it is taking up a lot of my time. Like each day I find like I have max an hour of alone time, really. Well, no, that's not true at nighttime, but you got to clean dishes and all that stuff. So really only have an hour. So between all that, I just haven't had that much time to sit in my planner because I'm doing so much reno stuff and planning for the reno, sorry. So I just go through every section and I just double check if there's anything that I've got, need, etc., etc. So here I'm just actually going through and checking some of my lists. So I keep this in like a reference section, just like lists of things I need to buy or YouTube ideas or whatever. So you can kind of see briefly there the different sections, and again you can look at the video to see and understand the GTD system for those of you guys who use it or are interested in learning about it. Here now, I think after I've gone through and checked off everything, I think I'm just checking to see if there's anything that I can add, like I said, to my week and that I can do this week. So this is kind of showing you how I incorporate, GTD into like an actual weekly plan. So I think I should probably do a better in-depth video on that, and I will do that in a separate video instead of a voiceover. Here I'm looking at my weekly routine card, and so I do have a weekly, daily, and a monthly routine card, and I just sometimes double check it to make sure that I've done everything I needed to do for the week. And added everything that I need to. So like, for example, I try to post a YouTube video on Thursday. I do some other shop stuff usually on Sunday to check in. And then I'll kind of like write in which days I'm going to try to post a new listing. It doesn't always happen, but I try to add it. And just things like that. And so I'm just going through and adding that in. Oops. Look at my hair pieces. This is why I don't show my face on camera, because I literally look insane at nighttime when I'm planning. My hair is like in this messy bun on the top of my head. I look crazy. So sorry about the random hair. The life of a mom these days. Sometimes I think back to, when I had time before kids, like the amount of stuff that I could probably have gotten done back then if I was like, as detailed with my planning back in the day and as religious about it as I am now. But what can you do? Okay, so I think here I probably just wanted to do another double check to see if there's anything else that I needed to add from my inbox. And I'm really liking this GTD system, and just it's giving me peace of mind. Again, I'm so sorry about the hair. I really need to keep my head back. I'm really liking the GTD system. I feel like I finally found, a method where I can get a peace of mind when I have all these tasks and things to do running through my head. Yeah, so I really suggest you guys checking it out. For those of you who guys don't know about it, if you guys use it, let me know if it's helped you keep you organized. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for